child goes missing at the same time? Let me bring in attorney John Mobley, get his thoughts. John, you've been on both sides of the courtroom here. What do you think are the worst facts, if you will, for this defendant?
I think that, the bad facts in this case are like a buffet. There's just so many of them. It's hard to pick one that's worse than the other. I mean, obviously, just taking it from the top, whenever you have a female that's murdered, the automatic suspect when you have this unexplained murder is always going to be the person they're in a relationship with, whether it's the spouse or whether it's a boyfriend. That's always going to be the first suspect. So you have that going against the defendant in this case. Well, then when you start looking at the evidence in the case, it's not even physical. Again, he's given inconsistent statements about his whereabouts that are clearly not true, not correct. The cell phone information and analysis kind of ties into her all the time. He says he's not with her. Then when you start looking at the timeline of the physical evidence, you have the evidence of the crime being found at a friggin' donation bin for a church with all her DNA and blood on it. And you have a video of him at that scene. And now you have also evidence of a bloody trash bag or trash bag with her blood in it in the trunk of his car. It's just all horrible. And then when you take into account what I call the intangibles, the intangibles are things that in my mind make a jury want to convict someone or not to convict someone. In this case, I think the intangibles are bad because you have a victim that is sympathetic. You have a female who is a mother of a young, beautiful daughter who is missing. And so the jury wants to hold somebody responsible when something this horrific happens, and you have him. You have this guy with all the physical evidence whose only defense is I was on PCP, which is great for explaining the inconsistencies, but again, the problem is trying to score points on all the physical evidence and linking him to the crime. That's just where their problem is. And, it's just so much. And sometimes, again, when you're the defense, you kind of have to take the facts as they come. You can't control or manufacture the facts. And oftentimes you have defendants that just won't plead, They just
right. I was going to say, is this what we call a slow plea, John Mobley? What do you say?
That's right. This is a month-long guilty plea. Mm-hmm. And the problem with the case is you don't have any mitigation when you get to the end. Sometimes you take that approach because the prosecutor won't really see the mitigation in the case, and you kind of have to use the trial to lay out the mitigation, maybe some horrific violence on the part of the victim or something else. But no, there's nothing, there's no mitigation, there's no redeeming quality about this defendant, there's no conduct on the part of the victim that now that it's out, you feel somehow, that he's less culpable or not as bad. It's going to end poorly for this particular defendant.